understanding that I see only 0.0035% of light of the light spectrum changed my life, because I finally understood that all of the ideas and the visions that I have for myself is purely based inside of what we call spirit. And the 0.0035% of the light that we do see is the physical world. And this is why the Bible tells us to live by the spirit and not by the senses of our reality, paraphrasing. Because if we do live by the physical senses, we are holding ourselves back from pretty much the infinite, all the realm of all possibilities. So if you hold yourself to what is in front of you rather than what it is inside of your mind, you are never going to create the life that you want for yourself. So if you are somebody who wants to create a successful business, or let's say you already have a successful business, but you want to increase your revenue, or you want to increase your success, your closing rates, or whatever it is, and you're stuck at this moment by living of what you see, which is failure, lack, just dishonesty from the people that you're working with, and that's how you are choosing to interact with the world, you're going to continue to suffer, and you're going to continue to blame yourself, or you're going to continue to blame the world, and you're going to become a victim, and then all of a sudden you're back to square one and you're just fucking miserable. The key to success is living through your spirit. And let me bring this point to the surface of this video. Why is it that ultra successful people are some of the most depressed people? They have hundreds of millions of dollars, but they have no sustenance to their life. Why is it that humans can never satiate the beast, the body? Why is it that we can consume and consume and consume and consume and consume, and it feels like it never ends? And no matter how much is consumed, we're never satisfied. We're never satiated. It's entirely because of the fact that we are living by the physical senses. And it's rather beautiful, and it's rather magical when you piece this together for yourself, where you realize the sustenance, the bread of life that you're looking for is only found in the invisible, in the 99.75% that we cannot see. Part of what we cannot see is what we feel. So in order for you to change your circumstance, you have to tap into your feeling magnet, so to speak. And you have to be able to identify what feeling you're occupying. And then from that, understanding what comes. What is the result of being in this feeling state? What am I magnetizing to myself? Once you have the awareness of what feeling you have and what is being attracted to you, you then start to differentiate from what is a good feeling state and what is a bad feeling state. And it's not like a duality thing, because love and hate are the same thing, really, which I'll talk about in another video. But once you are able to differentiate where you are at in this feeling state, you will start to see the world in a different way, because now you understand that the way in which I am physically experiencing this world, the way in which I am experiencing 0.0035% of reality is entirely based on what I'm feeling. I don't know this for fact, but my hypothesis is that a large percentage of the 99.75% that we don't see is based in what we're feeling. So if you are able to close your mind off from your physical senses and choose to live in the kingdom of heaven, which is a metaphor for living in a state of abundance, a state of opportunity, a state of satisfaction, and a state of just perfection, really, then things start to change and they start to reflect what it is that you want for yourself, because you are no longer addicted to what the world is giving you, and you're now, quote unquote, addicted to what you give yourself. Think about that. And it might be hard for you to conceive that this is or the truth, but I encourage you to explore for yourself, because I guarantee you, I fully 100% guarantee you that you will start to live a completely different life, and you will start to see life in a completely different way when you start to live from the evidence of your spirit by occupying feeling states of success, of happiness, of joy, satisfaction. Because if that's what is magnetizing you to the physical world, then it must be the very thing that's creating your experience as it is. And it can be really challenging. I understand that. We have been trained as a society, as a species, really, to operate from the physical senses. And it's not that we need to disregard the physical senses. Obviously, we're here to experience the physical world. We're here to interact with things and feel, or to sense, I should say, sense things, like to sense my phone and the camera and my computer and whatnot, to have the sensual response of these things. There's no doubt about that. But I don't believe we were never supposed to operate from the physical world itself, as if we were led to believe, it's as if we were led to believe that there is no such thing as a spirit, so to speak, or an unseen world in which it is bridged to the physical world. That idea is woo-woo. It's nonsensical. It's ludicrous. But when you really start to peel back the layers of your existence and your experience, you start to realize, wait, I believe, I'm not saying this about myself, but theoretically, I believe the world is a terrible place because of what you see, which is, it's fair. That's you have the evidence for it. You can't deny that there's garbage and that there's craziness and there's nonsense. However, why is it that that person over there has a completely different view? They're either crazy or they're onto something. They see something that I don't see. Why is it? Why? Well, it's because they choose to focus their attention on something different than what you're focused on. So they are filtering out the 99.75% of the unknown and creating an experience that reflects happiness and joy and prosperity and all the wonderful, beautiful things that you want for yourself. So the point is that what you are occupying mentally and imaginally is actually the very cause to your existence. So it's the other way around. Instead of it being physically based, it's actually spiritually based. It's based in the unseen world, the invisible world. And there's a learning curve to this, of course. It takes time for you to disengage with the physical world, to then choose to live in the world that you see for yourself inside of your mind. Especially it's challenging because we as a species have been trained, like I said, to operate from the physical world first. Therefore, the idea of saying no to what is normal is scary. You're going against the herd mentality, and that's not fun to go against the herd mentality because you don't want to be seen as an outcast. You don't want to be seen as a cuckoo. You don't want to be seen as the crazy person. But again, let me ask you this. Why is it that all the famous people, the artists, the people that you look up to, why is it that they most of the time believe in this manifestation stuff? So if they believe in it, then why wouldn't you believe in it? Why is it that they say they saw something for themselves that they could not see physically, but they knew it existed? And they placed themselves in a feeling state where they occupied and engrossed themselves in that reality, even though there was no physical evidence for it. And through their persistence, they eventually they brought that vision to life, and they found themselves experiencing the physical evidence of the dream and the vision that they had 10 years prior. Why is it? Ask yourself that. Seriously, ask yourself that. If everything is supposed to be based off of physical evidence, then how is it that everything that was created everything that it has been created came from the mind first? Came from that unseen world. So my question to you is, what are you going to choose to filter for yourself? Are you going to go and live based off the 0.0035% of what is seen and known for yourself? Or are you going to say, no, this is here, but I'm going to filter a different perspective for myself. I'm going to filter out different opportunities for myself. And I'm going to place myself in my unseen world, and I'm going to allow it to naturally come into existence in the same way that I brought terrible things into existence. There's no difference. The only difference is what you are choosing to place your attention onto. So, you being somebody who wants a successful business, or you want to increase your revenue, or whatever it is you want for yourself, place yourself inside of your mind, doing and having the things that you want for yourself. So if you want to increase your revenue, you need to give yourself consent to have the imaginal acts, to have the mental conversations with yourself as if it's already a present fact. Because your subconscious mind only operates out of the present tense moment. So you need to convince your subconscious mind that this is already where I'm at, and you gotta catch up with me. This is my dream. This is what I'm experiencing. And as you impress the subconscious mind, then the world has no choice but to bend its knee to your vision. You can think about any great historical person who did something profound. They had a vision, and they got the world to bend the knee to this vision. Whether it was good or bad, it doesn't matter. The universe, God, is indifferent to what we create. The point is, though, that people had something inside of their mind that they believed to be true now, and they would act upon that vision now. They would filter out all of the unseen, and then they would place all the energy and condense it into this vision, and they would make it a living fact, a present fact, a physical fact in which the human eye can now see. And it can be daunting, because then you realize, holy shit, okay, I basically have all of existence at my fingertips, and I can choose whatever timeline I want for myself. I can choose to be this person. I can choose to be that person. I can choose to be this. And that can be a lot, because it causes you to take responsibility for your existence. It takes courage for you to choose the quote unquote right one for yourself. Like, what if I want to experience this, and that? How do I choose? It's not necessarily about choosing one specific vision for yourself, but a theme. So if you want to experience success, then see yourself having success in your business, of having the best employees or the best subcontractors in your business doing a wonderful service for your business, or it's you doing the wonderful service, or having success in friends, having success in relationships, having success. I used to get really tripped up about this because I wanted to do all these things, and how am I supposed to choose which one's better? It's not about which one's better. It's about choosing the theme for your fulfillment. So I want to be happy. I'm going to focus my imaginal acts on being happy in my relationships, in my business, whatever it is, in my personal journey. And I'm going to trust that God, or the universe, or however you define the prime creator of reality, I'm going to trust in this intelligent source that it has, however you want to say it, whatever resonates with you, however whatever it creates for you is best, I should say. Because I can't ultimately see the grand picture of life. I can't ultimately see what is absolutely best for me, but by placing my trust into this prime intelligence, I'm consenting to what is absolutely and utterly best for me. I don't want it. And plus, why would you want to know? Like, do you really want to know everything that's going to happen in your life, or do you want there to be a sense of awe and wonder to it? And that's where I want to be, at least. I don't want to know every step of the way. I want to be surprised. I want things to be unexpected. Because that sounds fun. That's exciting. That's serendipitous, and that's more thrilling to me than filtering out the 99.75% and knowing every step of the way. I don't want that. And you don't want that either for yourself. So you need to stop looking at the world as a dead end. Everything that you are experiencing right now can change, man. It can absolutely change. You just need to take your focus away from what you're filtering out. Literally close your eyes and say, no, this is not what I want for myself. I am filtering out 99.75% of the light spectrum. I am filtering out almost all possibilities for myself, and I am experiencing one single outcome of my existence. No, this is not what I choose for myself anymore. Because what you don't change, you choose. I heard that quote this morning. It's amazing. What you don't change is what you choose. So do you continue to want to choose what is not good for you, or are you going to choose what is best for you? And mindset is everything. It is absolutely everything, because how you build your mind is how you experience the world. So it is your responsibility, and it is your decisions I won't say decisions yet. It is your responsibility to filter out what is best for you. And I get it. Again, it can be daunting. It can be scary, but would you want it any other way? Do you want people to decide for you? Do you want some imaginary God to decide for you? Or do you want to take full ownership of your life and take full charge of what it is that you want for yourself? Yes. If you're watching this, yes. Yes, you do. And ironically, as you do that, better people come into your life. Higher quality people come into your life. Higher quality experiences come into your life. The people match your desired end. The opportunities match your desired end. Experiences match your desired end. And you start to feel the world hugging you, embracing your desires, your wants, your expectations. And you don't feel like a lost little child anymore, and you actually feel like you're supposed to be here doing the things that you want for yourself. And that is such a profound feeling to have, actually feeling like I'm supposed to be here. It's actually okay to experience the things that I want for myself. What a beautiful feeling that is, where you actually get to do the things that you want to do for yourself. You get to experience the theme that you've chosen for yourself. That's amazing. So I encourage you to turn your attention away from the physical world, enter into the kingdom of heaven, and choose the life that you want for yourself. Now, really quickly, and I'll let you go. How do you do this? Meditation. Meditation and active thought, you could say. Meditation for the sole goal of separating yourself from thought loops and behavioral loops that have kept you from entering the spirit and have kept you tied to the physical world. And your objective is not necessarily to stop thinking, but to let the thoughts pass, like a train station. The train comes and it goes, and it comes and it goes, and then eventually the train station closes. And there will be a period of time where you do not have thoughts, and you are in this place of stillness and quiet and peace. And then, because you have quiet and peace, you can start to perceive different thoughts that match the desired end. And then after the meditations, and this is 15 minutes a day, it doesn't have to be crazy. And then throughout the day, as you experience things in the physical world, things will go south. Things will go south. It's a test, however you want to look at it. I don't really think of it as a test. Shit is shit. Life is life, okay? It happens. I guess think it's not that bad as a test, but I guess it's kind of good now that I think about it. Like, do you deserve what it is that you want for yourself? Well, I'm going to test you. And then as shit hits the fan, are you going to attach to this outcome? And are you going to say again, oh, of course, this is what I deserve? Because if you say this is what I deserve, what are you doing? You're filtering out the 99.75% and choosing this one outcome. And if that's what you do, then that's exactly what you deserve. But as you use active thought, you're going to say to yourself, cool, that is what it is, man. This is not what I choose, but I'm here accepting it as it is, and that's okay. And as you go through the motions, you're still in your mind living in that desired end, and you're pretending. And I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but the etymology of pretend is to take form. So you're taking form of the person you want to be. Pretending is not making belief per se. The way in which we think about pretend is being something you're not, but pretending is to preform. So you're basically like in a waiting room getting ready for something that you need to do that you already are, if that makes sense. Like stretching before working out. Like you're preforming your body to lift heavy weight. I don't know if that is a good analogy. I'll work on that, but you get what I'm saying. So you do have to pretend as shit hits the fan, because you're just taking form of the desired end. And as you continue to pretend, this version of yourself takes root, and it blossoms, and it becomes, there's a harvest, and you experience this new version of yourself. And it is so profound to be there. So stop giving yourself to the physical world and start living in the kingdom of heaven, and allow yourself to become the person you want to be right here and right now.